Hey guys, welcome to another video by McDonald Bullion. This is going to be a video on the price of silver and gold right now. So gold has increased, I think, about 6% over the last couple of weeks or so. And silver is still slightly lower to what it was a year ago. But gold, I think a couple of weeks ago, it was up by 6% in a year. And it's currently sitting at around about 12%, I think. Last time I checked, it was $1,945 for an ounce, which is just, I I remember at the start of the year when I was looking at stacking, when I first started stacking, it was sitting around about, I think it was about 1800 or so. Uh, and it's just gone absolutely crazy, I suppose. But why is this? I mean, in terms of gold and silver, when I first started stacking, I'll give a base on why I started stacking in the first place. So at the start of this year, I wouldn't say I made a New Year's resolution, um, but I was looking at investing more money, and I thought, what's the best way to do it? And I looked at perhaps putting money in the stock market, which is I've still continuing to do so. I put a little in every month in an index fund. But last year I played around with cryptocurrencies and things, and I lost some money. So, and I thought, okay, let's reevaluate and what are we going to do differently. And I thought, okay, well, I can look at the stock market, but I watched some videos and I read some magazines and I looked at what the prices are right now, and the stock market was at an all-time high at the start of January. I think it was 4,700 or so. It was at an all-time high anyway. So I was a bit hesitant into investing in the stock market. And so I looked up other ways to invest the money as well. Apart from stocks, I wasn't really interested in bonds, even though bonds may be the way to go right now. But I'll be honest, guys, I'm not a financial advisor or anything. So everything financial wise is just my opinion, my experience so far. If you know your stuff, or if you're a finance guy or girl, then your opinion's going to be better than mine because you're qualified. But in terms of mine, I looked around, I looked at the stocks. I thought, no, it's a bit expensive. It's at an all-time high. The videos and the analysis and everything I looked at predicted the dip. And it was rising and it's starting to dip now slowly. Whether it will just continue to drop, who knows? We'll see. The world events and everything is just crazy. So who knows, really? We'll see what happens. But so yeah, the reason why I got into gold and silver at the start of this year is silver's price over the past, I would say, 10 years has dropped. There was the all-time high of, I think it was just about to touch $50 in 1981 or 2 or 80, one of those years. You'll have to correct me, let me know. And it was sitting around $48, I think. And when it peaked that high, it just crashed. It just crashed. A lot of people probably would have lost a lot of money, but the spike was just crazy for the price of silver at the time. And it's gone steady over the course of the last, well, what is it, 30 years up until about 2011. In 2011, there was another spike and it almost touched $50 again for the price of silver. And the price of silver now is half that price. It's sitting around $24 or so per ounce. So per ounce of coin, which is this one right here. So this is my carry coin that I usually carry around. So I'm not really too fussed of not wearing gloves or anything, but it was currently sitting around $24 per ounce of coin. And gold was doing okay. I don't have the numbers also in front of me, but gold was doing okay. Gold was a lot more steady. It wasn't as volatile as silver. Silver was just, it was a spike in 80, it went down, and it was sort of hovering for a bit, and in round about 2010, 2011 or so, it spiked again, almost to $50, and it's just sort of crashed. And it's currently sitting around $24 or so. Will it go up? Who knows? We'll see. But in terms of stacking, it really depends on why you are stacking in the first place. I think this year will be really interesting to see what happens with gold and silver because of what happens with the stocks. I know there's a lot of people are hesitant really to invest in the stock market, and I was rightly so as well, just because of the price of it is just at an all-time high, and you know, history teaches us at an all-time high, it's always got to come down. So I'm still investing in the stock market. I'm just doing most of my, I suppose, investments money-wise into gold and silver, which is physical as well. You can actually hold it. It's real money. You can liquidate it. You know, it can't be faked. I remember watching a video actually in the start of January between gold and silver, whether you should invest in the stocks or gold and silver, and he gets a lot of stick, he gets a lot of criticism and things, but I watched a video on the guy that created the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is Kiyosaki, I think, and he was saying that he was stocking gold, silver, and Bitcoin because of the stocks being at an all-time high. He said that he wasn't going to be invested in that because of the price of it, and also silver being half the price of its all-time high. You'd be buying at 50% discount, and gold is always quite steady. It's always been rising. It obviously dips in and out, but gold is really steady. There's always going to be a market for it. There's always going to be people that's going to be buying it. When it comes to crypto and things, you've got the blockchain, and you've got things like NFTs and everything coming in now. Whether that will still be around in the next 10 years or so, possibly, who knows? We don't know. You know, the person that bought Bitcoin when it was first created, when was it, 2009 or so, 2010? If anyone said that price was going to reach $60,000 per Bitcoin, they would have gone, no, not a chance. But we've seen some really crazy trends in terms of crypto. What will happen in the future? Who knows, really? We don't know. But in terms of this year, I think, me personally, I will be stocking gold and silver, and I will probably wait and see what happens with the stocks. I'll continue to keep putting a little bit of money, kind of like, not very much, in the index fund I've got, but the US stock exchange with the Western democracies, I think they've all got money in the US stock, because if you look at history, and you look at the Great Depression of 1929, the recession of 2008, everything just crashed, and that could be because, say, the banks and everything in the UK, they've all got money in Apple and Microsoft and Tesla, and so obviously when they dip and when they go down, when you see Facebook's gone down, I think it's gone down 30% or so, the UK companies lose money as well. So I'll always invest in the US stocks, because personally I think that the UK ones they always go off the US ones anyway. So I'll be doing that. But in terms of gold and silver, I'll be stacking gold and silver this year, definitely. Depends on the price of how much this gets. We've seen oil go over $100 a barrel, which is, I can't remember the last time that happened. I think it was 5 or so years ago. But I mean, at the start of the pandemic in 2020, March 2020, oil dropped to like $20 a barrel. And if you bought $100 of oil in March 2020, you'd be sitting at 5 times that return. So if you've invested $100 in oil, it could be priced at about $500 if you was to sell right now. But in terms of silver, silver is still 50% of its value, of its all-time high. So I'll still continue to stack silver. I really enjoy stacking silver. It's something that I really like doing. It's been really, really cool. The community is really, really good as well. The community on YouTube. When I first looked at starting YouTube videos, I was a bit unsure on whether to do it or not because, I'm a new stacker, and is it really worth putting information out and everything when I don't even know what I'm doing? But we live and learn, and we're always going to be stacking. We're always going to be learning. And in terms of this community, the community is really, really good. Um, I don't think I've seen any really negativity. It's all positive. There's not really any negative comments or anything from the regular stackers and the regular people I see and speak to and everything in this community. It's all positive. Even if you make a bad transaction or something, or if you was to do something stupid, say buy something that's just way over spot, or I don't know, there's not really any negativity, which is what I really like about this community. It's really, really good. So I'll continue to stack gold and silver for this year. Obviously, it depends on the price as well, because we'll have to see what the price of gold goes up to. Because if you've been watching my videos, you will have seen that I'm debating on whether to collect a 10th ounce of gold every month. See if we could do the challenge. And at the end of the year, we'll see if we're sitting on a whole ounce. If we're sitting on a whole ounce, that would be the challenge, I suppose. That would be really, really cool. But we'll see where we are, because obviously if gold gets to, this 10th ounce in the UK, a 10th ounce now, if you was to, I'll let it focus. If you was to buy this 10th ounce in the UK right now, this one here, if you was to buy it brand new, it's from the Royal Mint, it's about £187. So what is that, $220 or so? Last week I bought this for less than that, like £25 less than that, like $30. And it's just grown. It's grown like 6% over the past week, which is just like, for us is good for the ones that have gold and silver and everything. And but it's we don't want it to rise too much, because we got to remember why we're stacking in the first place, and we're stacking for the long haul. I really, really do want to keep collecting gold. I can't buy these big ounces of gold, unfortunately. But in terms of the little ounces aren't that bad, because if you was to liquidate these, obviously, I would never sell my stuff in a local coin shop or a pawn store or something, because they would just give you you probably would get either spot if you're lucky, or just less than the spot. So you'll always be able to sell gold and things with the premium if you was to sell it. So if I was to sell this right now, I wouldn't sell it to spot. If someone said, I'll offer you spot price for it, you'd probably say no, because you would have paid more. So, and obviously in terms of gold as well, gold's been quite steady. It's last year it beat inflation. It beat inflation. I'm lying. Inflation's gone up actually. So I suppose last year it didn't beat inflation, because I think in the video of, when I read the US economy and everything, because the UK, all the Western democracies look up to the US. What happens on the US money wise affects us all, really. And the US is just spending crazy, crazy amounts of money. They just keep printing money at the moment. And we haven't seen a dramatic rise in gold and silver, but people are asking, if inflation's gone up, in the UK it's gone up 7%. And if the US has printed, trillions and trillions of dollars, why is gold and silver still sitting at its price at the moment? Why is it not rising with inflation? And that's the question that people are asking at the moment. Why is that? But we've seen a trend where silver has gone up, and gold has gone up as well over the past couple of weeks or so. Obviously, it pays attention for the world events and everything that's happening and that's going on right now. There's a lot of people that are worried and things, especially in terms of the stocks, and people who tend to not invest in the stocks will invest in commodities, which include gold, silver, oil, I suppose copper as well, platinum, all precious metals and oil, things that are going to be used and traded and things, because it's usually seen as something that's not going to go away straight away. Oil will be interesting to see, especially seeming as I think Germany said that they want to increase their green energy. I think they want to be completely green by 2035 or so instead of 2050 because of the whole this Russia thing. I don't know whether that's real or not. All I know is I think in 2035 the UK is banning all brand new petrol and diesel cars as well. So we are steering more towards a greener place. So in terms of oil and things, I think oil, if you was to have bought a couple of years ago, then you are probably laughing. Right now, it is probably, it's at an all-time high, really. And silver is at a 50% of its all-time high. So I will always keep stacking silver because even with the VAT and the premium that you pay on it, if you really need to liquidate it or if you need to sell it, you can sell it with the premium and there's always going to be someone that will buy it, especially on YouTube, Instagram, the forums, the silver ones, or if you wanted to, eBay. I really, really would not ever recommend selling it to someone that's going to offer you spot price because it's just not worth it. All the money and all the effort that you've done to collect it, it's just not worth, it's not worth selling it at that price, especially if, you're going to do this for the long haul. Because the reason why, and I think most people are in it for the long haul, especially the ones that I've spoken to. You see these stackers on YouTube, and we're always buying. We're always going to keep buying, no matter what the price. Really, at the end of it, I think it's going to be the case of how many ounces you've got. If you collect, say, I don't know, an ounce a week or so, for 30 years, you're going to have over 1,500 ounces. And what would the price be? Who knows? How much money you'd spend? It depends on what you like collecting, why you would like to get into silver and gold in the first place. But in terms of that, yeah, I mean, guys, for my channel, I'm going to keep stacking gold and silver. I would say whatever the price, if gold hit double price, which it wouldn't do, I really highly doubt, but then you'd have to reassess and things. But I'm going to keep stacking gold and silver. This year I've got loads of content coming. Every purchase I get, I make a short, so you can see it very clearly. I do apologize, my camera keeps going out of focus. Every coin I get, I complete a short. And we are going to be looking. Let me know if you think I should get a 10th ounce every month, and then at the end of the year, we'll have a whole ounce. But in terms of that, I thought it would be kind of cool to get one from each country. So get a Krieg Rand, maybe next month get a Britannia, or the month after that a Maypole, and so on. And then have 10 coins. Because I think that would be really, really cool. So I'm going to keep stacking Morgans as well, definitely. I love Morgans, and I'm sure a lot of you guys love Morgans as well. That's an 1896. I'll flip it over so you can see where it's come from if you haven't watched the video already. So you can see that a little low. New Orleans. Is it? Yeah, I'm British, guys. It is New Orleans, isn't it? It's not New Orleans. I've got to make sure I keep things right. But yeah, I'm gonna keep stacking silver, guys. Morgan's definitely high on my list as well. I've got my London Mint collection, which if you've been following, I'll every coin I get from that I'll release as well. I'll release a video for that. Um, Bullion, of course. I would like to get some Philharmonics and maybe a Krugerrand, I suppose. But my local coin shop hasn't got any in. And I suppose I could buy it online, but if I quite like going to the coin shop and things because it's um, like especially with the Morgans things, they hold a lot of Morgan dollars, and there's another couple of people that buy them, and I always tell them, if you get something good, please let me know because definitely looking at building the collection on these, and in the UK as well, Morgan dollars, depending on which one you get, depends on the price really because the premiums are a little bit more. I mean, this one here was £45, so in the US, what's that, $55, $60? Is that a good deal? I don't know. I just looked at the dates and everything online. And 1896 was a good date. Obviously, if it was in better condition, uncirculated, it'd be 3 times the price of what I paid. According to, I think, the website I looked at for it. I don't know whether it was reliable or not, but I will keep on stacking Morgans. I love Morgans. They are just fantastic. Even in this condition, they look fantastic. You just think, like, in 1896, what was going on? I mean, crikey. I suppose in terms of Britain, it was just before the Boer War. So before South Africa, before World War One. It was the US's time. I suppose it was the Wild West coin. You were still incorporating states and things. Just got a lot of history behind it. This is why I really, really like these. And I've got more American coins coming as well. I'm waiting on mail to come for my new US coin that's come in. And I've got a funny coin coming as well. Well, I'd say it's funny, but it's very... it'll probably be like a bit of a wacky one. But I will let you know when I've got that. When I receive my American coin, I'll make a video anyway. We're going to keep stacking Australian dollars and things because these are really, really cool. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, to sum it up, guys, keep stacking because if you're in it for the long haul, we'll see what the price gets to and everything. But it's probably, in terms of me and my opinion, I think it's better at the moment because of the whole uncertainty and everything that's going on in the world right now. And also, it's something physical you can have, you can liquidate. But in terms of, you just got to ask yourself, why are you stacking? And it's for the future. In 30, 40 years' time or so, if you still got it, if you want to pass it down, or if you want to liquidate it, or if you want to pay off your house, I don't know, whatever you want to do with it, you'll be thanking yourself. You'll be thanking yourself you've done it. And obviously, you can either waste it on, well, I say waste it, you can spend your money on nice cars and TVs and, yeah, I suppose PlayStation 5s and Xboxes and things, but these will always hold value. These will always be valuable to people. So, I'm going to keep doing it. What about you guys? Let me know. Also, let me know what videos you'd like to see as well. I do complete shorts every day. Let me know what you would like to see. I am really, really trying to get a 2021 Morgan. If any of you can help me, where to go and things, because the trouble is when I order a Morgan, I've looked at a 2021, and I think for the coin, I'm looking for the Carson City one. The MS70 Carson City 2021 Morgan dollar, and that will be sort of the icing on the cake, really. And I will keep that stored away, and I will have that for life. But in terms of that coin, because I'm in the UK, I've got to pay I've got to pay the price of it, which, if I remember, I think it was £180, so over $200 for the coin. And then you pay shipping as well. So you pay, I think it was $20 or £20 for shipping, which was fine. And in terms of the VAT and the taxes and everything, it's like, it comes up to like, what was it? I think it was like £300. So I just thought, it's just, I will get one, and I will get a Carson City Morgan, a 2021 MS70. I will get one. But they're just so crazily expensive at the moment. And, the US Mint sold them for $85. And I'm gutted I didn't get one at the time. It was before I started stacking. But let me know, guys, do you have one of these? One of the 2021 ones? If you do, I'd love to see it. Send me an email or something, because I do really, really like them. Obviously, if you've got any questions or anything, drop a comment. I do read the comments. I'll reply to you as well. Or if you want to send me an email, that's fine as well. And yeah, so I think I will probably leave it there. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. I've got my American coin coming this week, I think. So stay tuned for that. I try and release a short every day. So, something, it's only 15 seconds long or something. So if you're scrolling through the channel, you can quickly see it. So I try and release a short every day on the coins I have, and a close-ups and things, so you can see the coin in better detail, because every time I pick these up, they're out of focus and it's just a nightmare. So, and I am using my phone. So I will buy a proper camera soon. And I will be looking at getting my American coin this week, which I will make a video on. Today, I've got a video coming out already, which is the London Mint collection I've got. So go check that out if you haven't already, if it interests you, if you're interested in British coins as well. I collect American and British coins, so go check that out if that interests you. You can learn something as well, because they're all pre-71 British shillings, 3 pences, pennies, florins, crowns, half crowns, sovereigns, all that sort of stuff. So if you want me to make a video on that as well, I can teach you. I'm kind of got my head around it. It took me a while to get my head around, especially if you're born after. So for the guys and girls that are watching this in different places, especially America, Canada and things, and you don't really know how it works, then I'll make a video on it explaining. But I've got loads more content coming, guys. Stay tuned, and we'll do the American coin. I've got another coin coming as well. I can't remember what it is. But yeah, let me know. Drop a comment, like and subscribe the video. Giveaway at 250 subscribers, which is, I don't have it here, but it'll be an ounce Britannia. So please like and subscribe if you enjoy the content I release every day. I release regularly. I'll reply to all your comments. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Take care, stay tuned, bye-bye for now.